Right, full-time Man United has gone ahead to be beaten 3-1 at the Gitech Community Stadium, and I've gone ahead to see people putting out excuses. And if you're a club like Manchester United, you cannot come up and obviously put up an excuse that they never sent off a player, wouldn't have gone ahead to win if they really sent him off now. This is where the true argument is supposed to be. The true argument is supposed to be here that a penalty was not given. Now, a penalty was given, a player was not sent off. And how do you dare come out and start complaining? That's the mentality I've always wanted to let you know about. That even the fans have lost it, that they feel like to beat Brentford, they had to obviously go a man down as we really got a win against Chelsea. It justifies the win we got against Chelsea, that if they never sent off Sanchez, would we have gone ahead to come out and win? Please, fans of Manchester United, can you please grow up? Against Chelsea, you'll understand, it was a clear and obvious red card. You understand? In here, the referee comes out and gives a penalty. You get? And the player is not sent off. You understand? Now, a penalty is obviously a goal. And a penalty has been given, and our player goes ahead to miss it. So how do you dare come out and really lash at the referee that all what he did is really bad? Let's stop giving lame excuses. For me, this is a pure lame excuse that I won't really come here to entertain. I tell you, it's a lame excuse that I won't come here and really explain. I tell you. So guys, welcome to the United Matters channel. Another game away lost, and I told you in the match preview that I did yesterday about our visits in London. They've always gone ahead to be bloody, and we've only beat one team, by the way, for a cup of like 3-4 seasons. That is West Ham in there. We haven't beaten Arsenal. We haven't beaten Chelsea. We haven't beaten Brentford. We haven't gone ahead to beat Tottenham Hotspur. We haven't gone ahead to beat West Ham. I think they are close to 6 teams in London, and we haven't gone ahead to beat them. Crystal Palace, name it. You understand? So, and the result comes in through at a time when the manager is really at crossroads with the fans and the club. And it was Igor Thiago in the 8th minute. And again, 12 minutes later, he scored the second goal. It shows you that Man United found themselves in a position of really conceding 2 goals in a space of 20 minutes. And we are being told by Opta Joe that Igor Thiago is just the second player to score twice in the opening 20 minutes of the Premier League against Manchester United, after Alexis Sanchez with Arsenal in October 2015. In 19 minutes, he was already bracing. Now, you've had it all. You understand? You've had it all. You understand? And what else do you want to hear? A team that went ahead to score 2 goals ahead of us, it's written all over a clean canvas that Man United really looked weak. And this is what we've always gone ahead to say about how this system, the manager is going to play, and how explosive it is, how they can explore it. Secondly, not getting Kobe Mainoo into that team, because you lose control into that midfield. Playing Bruno Fernandes in that midfield is really a very huge problem. Why do you play your best number 10 into a number 8? It's one of the things that the manager is sticking to, and is like, I'm not going to change nothing. And for me, I told you, I don't want him to be sacked, but he's already sacking himself. That is it. He's sacking himself, because Brentford, a team that was 17th, has gone ahead to beat the club of Manchester United. That is really very, very, very ashamed. I tell you, it's really very, very ashamed. A 17th place team comes in through and beats Manchester United. You understand? So, how do you explain that? How do you explain that? Manchester United. Oh, this has been even match day 6. I had not even known. It's match day 6. Out of the possible 18 points, Man United is going to have to collect 7. You understand? So, as it stands, tension is obviously gonna be increasing at Manchester United. And if you can't beat Brentford, with that squad of Manchester United, then I don't think that you can really be backed to stay as a club of Manchester United, And Benjamin Sesko went ahead to obviously pull one back in the 26th minute, 6 minutes after I had gone ahead to concede two. And we went at half time when United was really having one goal and Brentford really had two. Manchester United had a chance of coming in through to really get an equalizer. 72nd minute, penalty missed, and then Matthias Jansen, 90th plus 50th minute, went ahead to obviously make it 3-1, and he restored Brentford's 2-goal lead. That is it. So I want to tell you that for everyone who is coming in here to really put in his defenses in here, now, it's not valid, and it won't be valid. I tell you, what we've gone ahead to see at the pitch is one of the moments, is one of those deciding moments that Ineos really have to take. Either you keep the manager or you let him go. If you are to keep him after this game, let him be here forever. If you are really planning to sack him, do the needful. And what's the needful? Sack him now. I tell you, the two decisions that Ineos are supposed to make are supposed to be made today. If you are to keep Amorim, right? Go ahead and keep him forever. If you are to sack him now. I don't want to really see this manager here when you have plans of really sacking him. That is it. And pressure is going to be mounting onto this manager for the next days. Eric Ten Hag was sacked on a Monday. We are waiting to see how this manager really survives the roughness of the Ineos side. You understand? So we are waiting here and still waiting to see how things really pan out. But Manchester United has gone ahead, obviously, be beaten in there at Brentford. The substitutions that were really made, for me, I think sometimes our manager is really costing himself the job. You understand? It has been one of those moments that you understand that things are not going on the way of the manager, Ruben Amorim. And secondly, these are the kind of games that sees a United manager really get sacked. A United manager will never get sacked when has lost to Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool. No way. But teams like Brentford just see you sacked. I tell you, these are the kind of games where a United manager gets sacked. I tell you. And let me assure you, his sacking is not far off. Because when you lose against Brentford 3-1, when you've already gone ahead to really draw with Fulham, you've gone ahead to lose to other teams, that really puts you into a very bad situation as a manager of Manchester United. Certain things are really inevitable, but Benjamin Sesko scoring his first goal for the club of Manchester United, good in there, and we are waiting to see how the club will obviously react onto that. But if the decision of keeping the manager is made, let them not think of sacking him after today. If they want to sack the manager, today is the right time of really seeing him off this club. Stats: Brentford, 10 shots. Man United had 14. 8 shots on target by Brentford. United had 6 shots on target. 43% ball possession by Brentford. 57% ball possession by Manchester United. 351 passes completed by Brentford. 455 passes completed by Manchester United. 76% passing accuracy by Brentford and 81% passing accuracy by Manchester United. 14 fouls by Brentford, 10 fouls by Manchester United. 2 yellow cards given to each side, 2 red cards given to a, sorry, 2 yellow cards given to either sides. No red card was given to either side, to any of the side that took place in this game. 2 offsides for Brentford United, 1 offside, 4 corners for Brentford, and 2 corners for the side of Manchester United in there. Then the table, Liverpool in there, but I want to show where Manchester United is. Man United is 13th with 7 points, and Brentford has gone ahead to surpass us. They are obviously 12th ahead of Manchester United. So it's not any easy. It's not getting any better, I tell you. It's now a decision has to be made. Whether you sack the manager or you keep him around. You understand? And for Matthias de Ligt, 4 shots on target is another start that you need to obviously think of as a player for the club of Manchester United, as a fan of the club of Manchester United, and everyone who has been obviously despising him and depriving him how good he is. This is where you come in through and put in a very huge shift and really understand that he is a special breed of defender at the club of Manchester United. So, with no game midweek, obviously the talk is really going to be huge, and whether they sack the manager or they keep him, it will be one of those decisions that we are obviously going to be waiting. But I've told you, it's games like these that see the manager of Manchester United really get sacked. You understand? So, that is it. Thank you very much for watching through. Your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. Once again, the club of Manchester United has lost a game of football, and they are here to do the needful. No games have gone here to be won back to back, like in this game, like game week 5 and game week 6 consecutively. We won against Chelsea and we couldn't win against Brentford. We out. Sunderland coming at Old Trafford next as we get into the international break. We out.